My sophomore year in high school, I was involved in a one act play. The subject matter of this play was very, very heavy. The story circled around some Jewish orphans living in an orphanage in a Polish ghetto in war torn 1930s Europe. The subject matter of this play was very, very deep and it sometimes hard to watch. And it was our job as actors to properly and adequately convey these emotions to the theater goer, which that's no easy task. Our director kept telling us you need to commemorate and make sure the audience never forgets that these atrocities happened to this group of people. But how can a small theater troupe from East Texas properly convey the emotions felt by millions of Europeans during this time? We can't. It's impossible. The closest we had was watching Schindler's List and The Boy in the Striped Pajamas, but that was it. And our director knew this too. So one weekend she called down an actual Holocaust survivor from Dallas to come down and give us an hour-long lecture. Before he began talking, I was speaking with him, and he was a nice guy. He was making jokes, and then he started his hour-long lecture. And the first thing he did was show his arm, which was in a long-sleeve shirt, and unbuttoned his sleeve and pointed to the tattoo number he received when he entered a concentration camp. At that point, no one said anything, and everybody was completely entranced by his story. This man had seen the worst side of the world. His family was ripped apart in front of his eyes, never to be seen again. His own life was saved because he said, I'm 16 as opposed to actually being 14. And one of the most impactful things I saw is he pulled out a bar of soap that was made entirely out of human fat that he happened to bring with him once his concentration camp was liberated. After the story was done, everybody was somber. No one really knew what to say. We just knew what we'd been told was something that we'd never hear again face to face. With that experience in mind, yes, the show did go on to be successful. We took the emotions that he conveyed to us and it brought forth a successful show, but that's not what I take from that experience at all. When I look back and look at the time I was in that one act play, I look at what the story meant, and especially the man's life and how it was changed because of the Holocaust. This man saw the worst of the world, yet he's still composed, speaking, and even joking to people. The whole thing really seemed surreal, and I still look back on that day to even now and see it as an enduring testament to the human spirit. It's an amazing thing to see someone go through such an event and still be able to act in society. Ever since I've been a part of that show, and more particularly, I've listened to the survivors lecture, my outlook on this world has been completely changed. My outlook specifically on the Holocaust has been forever changed, more so than any other Hollywood movie's been able to convey. Having firsthand account of this action, or hearing firsthand account rather, really opens my eyes to what the Jewish society in Europe has been through and how us as a population should never forget this atrocity.